radio generation.
And we are back like we never left. We have a special guest in the building for today's Open Mic Hour. Remember, we're going to be live on YouTube. Our handle is Radio Gen KE on YouTube. If you search for that, you're going to find us over there. Radio Gen KE is our handle on YouTube. We're going to be live all the way till the top of the hour. And then we're also live streaming on X with the same handle, Radio Gen KE. So you can choose where to join us. But if you join us on the YouTube stream, you can leave for us a very, very nice comment up or on the comment section up on the stream. But without much further ado, Bashir, you want to do your thing? I'm going to kazi tu directly.
No, tangu nisikia anakuja
Twende
nilikuwa nimeandika introduction alafu after nipe maua nikasema acha hata mimi nimuongezee flowers kwa introduction.
You guys bupiga hiyo introduction my guy.
So guys, with that, tonight we are honored to host Ivy Rono, a remarkable woman, a breast cancer survivor and a voice of resilience. Ivy's journey through diagnosis, treatment and recovery has not only tested her strength but also turned her into a beacon of hope and advocacy. Beyond survival, she continues to inspire others by openly sharing her story, raising awareness and encouraging women and families to prioritize early detection and emotional support. Tonight we have a superwoman in the building, ladies and gentlemen, Ivy Rono.
Yay! Karibu sana Ivy.
Thank you.
Acha malize kucheka joke yangu kwanza. Nini? Mbona una
I think anacheka venye ameniona.
Kwambia there's a connection between Kale men and Kale women. No. Jokes zangu zinapenya leo
hiyo. I think Luya men have
from one Kipto to Rono.
No bana. Unajua us guys are neighbors. Luya na Wakale. Wanatuchungulianga over hizo Nandi Hills. Check it. Our Luya na kafzuri.
Oh my goodness.
So I think Bashir, you guys, the competition is really, really stiff. But karibu sana Ivy.
Asante
Thank you so
sana.
much for the flowers.
You're welcome.
Yeah, man, this is really good. Ivy has gotten all of us flowers. Sorry, Mesfin, tutakugawia.
Sio petal moja.
Yeah, no, but thank you so much,
You're
Ivy.
welcome.
How have you been? How's life?
I've been great. I've been great. God is good.
Amen.
You know, nowadays seeing tomorrow is a gift. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. So when you're here, be happy, be kind, and be, like make everybody comfortable. But I'm so glad to be here.
But you're one of the most bubbly persons I've met. In fact, I was telling Chess, where would you be, Ivy? You've always been lad?
Well, I've been like this. I've always been a bubbly girl. I think the reason why my parents even named me Ivy being a flower, I was meant to always bloom. And as I went through life growing up, I realized I was a happy person. Though, happiness is an inside job.
But your happiness is special because it's contagious. Like it's overflows. Nakuanga hapa kwa studio, huyu jamaa anakuanga amekasirika sana daily. So nilikuwa naongea na boss wangu namwambia, akaniambia tu nijikaze sana. Sasa hii ni maneno tu ya kazi.
Yeah.
So Ivy, just before we get into your story, next month is Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
What happens during that month?
So usually October is the month where we create awareness, or rather people, hospitals, people try to sensitize the community about this disease and trying to push for people to go for checkups, because when you know it early, when it's caught early, you're able to save your life.
Early detection.
Early detection saves lives. Yeah. Also, there's a lot of
Ivy, you have to speak into the mic.
There's a lot of information out there that is not correct. So during this month is where we really try so much to demystify and also to push hope, because it's a journey and it's not an easy journey. So October is where we are pushing people to go for tests. Those who are already in it, we offer courage, we offer hope. This is the month we are going into.
You'll tell me more about that, Ivy, so hold that thought right there. We hang out with Ivy Rono right here in studio. She's brought for us flowers. It's looking really, really good here. I'm going to take 10 seconds and put my flowers in a vase, so don't touch the dial. We'll be back.
This is Radio Generation. This Saturday, September 27th, the Fortress comes alive. Nairobi United FC, the Naiboy, Team Yama Gen Z, host NEC FC of Uganda at Nyayo National Stadium. After a thrilling 2-2 draw in Kampala, the decisive battle is here in the heart of Nairobi. Fly your yellow and green high, bring your voice, and join the movement that is changing Kenyan football. Tickets available now at tikiti.co.ke. Nairobi United versus NEC FC. This is more than football. It is a new generation.
Radio Generation 88.8 Nairobi. This is Radio Generation.
And we're back like we never left. My name is Emmanuel Kisiangani. I'm with Bashir Halaiki right here in studio. The show is called The Wind Down, and we're into our open mic hour where we're having a conversation with Ivy Rono, who is a breast cancer survivor and an all-round dope individual, you guys.
You guys, she's an amazing human being.
Yeah, bana.
The studio is smelling better today.
What do you mean better?
Acha niachie hapo.
Unaniingilia mbele ya mgeni.
Mimi kwani si hata mimi nakwanga kwa studio. Mbona unajishuka?
But mimi sijasema kitu. Wewe ndio umeanza kusema maneno you guys. So Ivy, you're telling us about breast cancer awareness and the importance of going to get checked.
Yes.
We have a culture of there's a time my dad, I think I've told this story. I don't remember if I did. My dad alikuwa na nondo fulani hapa hivi.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So ilikuwa ina swell pole pole. Lakini the man did not want to go and have it checked.
Yes.
He was scared. So there was some weird guy from Ushago. Unajua hizo there are some other weeds huko in Shag zenye zinatoanga a yellow fruit. So muluya fulani alikuwa anatoanga ocha na hiyo fruit, alafu anakuja anafinya the juice from that fruit on that nondo, you guys. Can you imagine? So we're like, where? So we had to do like an intervention. We're like, Dad, you have to go to hospital.
Yes.
And that is how we got him out of the house and went to hospital. And true, it was actually a cancerous growth.
Oh no.
Yeah, he was treated, and he beat it as they normally say, but we had to we had to force him to go to hospital. Is that the culture that we have in Kenya?
It is actually. I think it's the fear or the information that is out there. People are not empowered enough to know that when you go to the hospital, most of the time it's not really that this is what you will be diagnosed with. It could be something else, because by the time you have a lump, it will either be two-way. Either it is malign or benign, meaning it's either cancerous or non-cancerous. But there's this very negative notion in the community or out there that people are afraid, because they know the moment you're diagnosed with cancer, your story ends there. You see? So someone is I would rather stay until just something takes me out of this world rather than to know this is what I have. And you see, there's a lot of like this treatment. There's so much research that has been done. So even if you're to be diagnosed, imagine you will be treated. Yes.
So let's just get into your story.
Yes.
For you, was it, did you go for an early check?
So for me, it started as a joke, honestly. I was living my normal life, everyday life, as a 30-year-old girl. Nothing would bother me at that time. I'm a mother. I'm raising a girl. So my life revolved around, raising my daughter and, my everyday life. And then one day I woke up and I realized anytime I'm on my days, let me say on my periods, I would get almost like a discharge. This is normal for the girls listening, they know. So when I would wake up during those days, I would get a small discharge on my nightgown, on my breast. So I would wonder what's going on. And the way we get older, many things changes in a woman's body. There are a lot of things that change. One of the things that I actually am pushing for ladies, learn your body. So that if there is a small change, you're able to know this wasn't me and now this is something I've noticed. So for me, that's one sign that I saw first. That was in 2023 in March, being my birthday month. So, I'm very excited. I let it slide. I'm like, it's part of growth. In April, the same thing happened, every month. Then after my periods, everything, goes back to normal, my body goes back to normal. I remember even talking to my sister about it, and I'm like, hey, this is happening because we are sisters. Do you guys get the same? And for her, she's like, as we get older, different bodies change differently. So that could be one of them. Because in our family, we don't have history of anything like this. If there's anything we are suffering with, maybe because we are growing up in the shift, is really arthritis, you know? So I would expect, my foot, my knees. But this was different. So by the time I'm getting to May, I didn't get the discharge, but rather I felt I had something like a lump. Then I'm like, what do I do with this? I've not been having it. What do I do? You know? Yeah, so that's where it started.
Aish, Maze, I'm already deep into this story, Bashir. And thank you, Ivy, by the way, for coming to share this story. I'm
You're
sure you're
welcome.
inspiring many, many people out there. I'm going to tell you something about my sister later on.
Okay.
Who went through a similar experience. We hung out with Ivy Rono right here in studio. Spread the word. Nobody should miss this.
Yes.
This is Radio Generation.
Step into the future. Premier Bank Kenya presents the Smart Wristband. Power to pay right on your wrist. No card, no hassle, just a tap. Premier Bank Kenya. Your life, your bank, your way.
This is Radio Generation.
And we're back like we never left. We hang out with Ivy Rono right here in studio on Radio Generation. Remember, we are live on YouTube on Radio Gen KE. If you want to join us on that stream and let us know where you're listening from and send in your comments. So you're saying that's how it began.
Yes.
So-
That's how it began for me.
So what happened next, Maze? Did you get scared? Obviously.
Hey, of course. I'm like, okay, so what is this? And we all go to Google University of the world.
Of symptoms.
So that you're able to measure, am I still here or I'm the one living? So I remember talking to one of the ladies who were very close. I'm like, wait, is this something you've ever experienced now that you're older than me? Is this normal? And I remember she was so scared, and she was like, you know what, if you felt a lump in a breast is not normal. Why don't you go to the hospital? You stand to lose nothing. If they check you and it's nothing, see, we continue with life. But if there's something in there, we'll be able to deal with it as early as now. I took a step of faith. It was on a Wednesday afternoon. After work, I decided, let me check into this hospital. I just walked into an hospital. On a Wednesday, I guess people are not sick, many of them, because I found all the doctors on their phones, and it was very easy. Wame relax. And I'm like, I want to see a general physician. Like, I just want to see a normal doctor because I'm not unwell. So I walk in. Thank God I found a female doctor. I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm here. I'm feeling like this. I'm okay. But kindly confirm for me something. So like the way doctors say, aya, panda yo kitanda, let's see.
Panda kitanda.
Yeah, I'm glad it was a female doctor.
I'm glad I clarified. So I go up there and she's in there now doing the physical examination. I know the way a doctor usually examines you. So it's like, how old are you? Where do you come from? What history, There's this point, I think, when she touched the lump that her face changed. And I think that's when it hit me, that whatever this is, it's not a joke. I came laughing and being very easy, and I knew I'm just going in and I'm going out. And then she's like, how old are you again? I'm clarifying my age, but inside my heart, I'm so scared. By the time you're being asked about your age twice, it means
There's something up.
there's something here. So it's like, you know what? Thank God you've come. I will write for you a note. We usually have a clinic, breast clinic on Mondays. Why don't you go and then on Monday, come see a specialist for this sort of an issue? So he writes for me. It's like, you don't even have to queue. You don't have to do anything. Just go straight. I think the way she made it very fast, I went home knowing this is not okay. And I also need to act fast. At this point, I've not shared with anyone. The way you share with your family and everyone is like, we are done,
Yeah.
So I take the days. between Wednesday and Monday, it felt like 5 years because there is nothing that I didn't do about
Wednesday
reading.
alikwambia urudi on Monday.
Wednesday afternoon, ameniambia kuja Monday for you to see a doctor. That was the longest time of my life because during this time, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm okay or not. I keep on Googling, everything, Thank God we go to that Monday. Yeah.
Let's wait for Monday.
This is Radio Generation.
Flavor meets freedom at Shawarma Festival 2025. September 27th at Two Rivers Mall. Food, music, fun, and healing. Be there.
Get your tickets at madfun.com. Radio Generation 88.8 Nairobi. This is Radio Generation.
This is Radio Generation. My name is Emmanuel Kisiangani.
It's your boy Bashir Halaiki.
And Bashir, we have a special guest in the building.
Yeah, Ivy Rono in the building, maze, sharing a very heartwarming story. Anatupeleka pole pole tu maze. Tulikuwa tumefika, so unasema between Wednesday and Monday, it felt like. So at that time, I'm just thinking like you're still Googling, you're still trying to find out. Like you haven't been told anything yet. Umeandikiwa tu no, tumeambiwa kuja Monday, but like me, I think ninge Google yangu yote. I think ningeingia research papers. I think that being left alone stewing in that is so finally after 5 years Monday imefika.
Hey, Monday kafika. After 5 years we got to Monday. Na remember hii Monday nilikuwa nifike 7 a.m. Lakini juu ya ile anxiety na ile pressure I had, mimi nilikuwa hospitali 5 a.m. I'm like, nataka nikuwe wa kwanza, nijue story, nimalizane, I move on with my life. Until this point, bado I'm like, there's no way. I've already called mom. I'm like, mom, unajua mtu anaweza kuwa aliwahi kuwa na mwenye kwa hii line yetu. Because the information out there, usually they say, it is genetic, So watu wanasema, hii lazima iko kwenu. Like, did your grandmother, your great grandmother, your auntie? So nimeuliza karibu kila mtu kwa familia. Nikaingia nikaenda nikaona daktari. Kwanza unafika unaambiwa kaa kwa reception. And I remember in my mind I'm like, what if? Just what if? Because I couldn't imagine my life at that point, something like coming into it. I was doing fine. I'm okay at work. My child is okay. I was doing fine. Daktari akafika. And I remember hata kabla hajaingia kuchange nilikuwa namfuata, daktari, and there's this thing with the doctors, they are never, hawananga pressure. Akaniangalia akaniambia good morning na akaniambia have a seat, I'll be there shortly. That another shortly.
It was another 5 years.
That was
5 years later.
That was a long time. Finally akafika, says like, let me have a look at it. Have a seat. This time I didn't get a bed. I sat, they do the physical examination. I put my hands up. And for him, I think he thought I knew because it just said, yeah, there's something in there. Definitely. And if it's something bad, it looks like it is still on its early stages. That thing shattered me. I'm like, what do you mean? In there is a lump, but from the way I am looking at it, it's not been there for long.
Okay.
So thank God you've come. So this is what we will do. I have confirmed physically that there is a lump. But for us, we need to confirm, is this lump benign or malignant? In simple terms, is it cancerous or not? Because human body can form something abnormal that really is not a problem. The cells just decided to gather together and, form a choir. Waandamane wa.
Tupatane pale archives. Saa 6 asubuhi.
Sayo archives ni mgongo tu mahali wameka.
Msi cheki hizi story zetu. Ati homa choir.
Yeah, and so after that I needed to do a biopsy. A biopsy is the first test that you do where they get the sample of the tumor. They go and test it in the lab, and usually this one takes about 14 days. So I did that. So I did biopsy. The results came out, and I went for the results. Yeah, myself.
All right. Let's wait and hear what'll happen.
So I get to
This is Radio Generation.
This Saturday, September 27th, the Fortress comes alive. Nairobi United FC, the Naiboy, Kisiangani host NEC FC of Uganda at Nyayo National Stadium. After a thrilling 2-2 draw in Kampala, the decisive battle is here in the heart of Nairobi. Fly your yellow and green high, bring your voice, and join the movement that is changing Kenyan football. Tickets available now at tikiti.co.ke. Nairobi United versus NEC FC. This is more than football. It is a new generation.
Radio Generation 88.8 Nairobi. This is Radio Generation.
And we're back like we never left. Ivy Rono in the building, breast cancer survivor, and she is in hospital right now.
Yes.
And they've done the test.
They've
The
done
bio-
the test,
All
the
right.
biopsy.
So what happens next?
So you're meant to pick your results from the radiology department so that you go with it to your doctor. So I walked to radiology. I'm like, my results out. Like, yeah.
And all this happened in a
No,
period of how
after.
long?
Now we are about 3 weeks.
Okay, 3
Since
weeks
I
in.
walked into the hospital, now
Okay.
we are 3 weeks.
Okay.
Because the moment they realized there was a lump, we needed to do test ASAP.
yes.
Because one thing with this abnormal cancer cells is they keep on multiplying, you know? They keep on adding themselves. So it was important that we do test as quick as we could so that we know what's the next
Okay.
step. So I go pick my envelope and I look at it. It's slightly sealed. It's not like completely sealed. So I'm like, do I peep in there or not? Then I remembered I'm an adult.
Meaning
And
it's
then I
your
remembered, unajua nini, this is
Yeah.
life. So just have a look at it. I didn't know what was waiting for me. Trust me, even when I was holding this envelope, I knew it's not that bad. It's not it. It's not. Because my mind had refused to accept that this could be my case. Because I felt I had a different story with God. You know, I'm like, God, I've not been a bad person. God, I mean, I've served you. I've served in Sunday school. I've sang. I mean, we are tight. Yani mean, God to go close.
Many boys wako.
Many girls
Sini memorial.
memorial. So hata kama kuna kitu that you need me to go through, it can't be the C word. It can't
Yeah.
be. It cannot. I take the envelope and then I chomoa. You know, I'm looking at it. Hakuna kitu hata moja naelewa. The only thing I saw was my name up there, age, of course my gender, and the date. The rest of the things I quite couldn't understand because of the language that it had been written with.
They're in Kiluya.
Kidogo, they were in Kiluya.
And also the handwriting.
So kidogo mi I'm opening the second page. Nataka niende huko chini penye wamesema findings. I open the second page nikakuja hapa chini na imeandikwa impression. And I remember ikaandikwa the samples taken. Yani all the 8 they wrote 8 samples taken. 5 of them tested positive for invasive ductal carcinoma. Is there anything I've said that you understand?
No.
Exactly. That's how I felt. I'm like, okay, what is this? Google. I went to Google and I typed that word, invasive ductal carcinoma. The next thing I saw was cancer. You know, even in hospital, they're very careful when they use this word. Even now, when you go, they're like, that patient breast CA, colon CA, because the word cancer is scary.
All right.
It is so scary. They don't even write in full. Even if you see the paper, doctor will write breast CA, that you know. Because writing in full, it's like giving it power, and this is a demon, you know?
Yeah.
So I look at it, I'm like, what? And then it felt like I went into a blackout. I don't remember anything. I just remember seeing nurses running towards me. And that's why it ended for me. Like that was it. And then I was just held, taken to a room for me to process.
This is Radio Generation.
Premier Bank Kenya introduces the Smart Payment Ring, the future of payments. Wear the ring. Live the future. to pay. Anytime, anywhere. Fast, secure, convenient. Your wallet now on your finger. Premier Bank Kenya. The new era of where to pay.
This is Radio Generation.
And we are back hanging out with Ivy Rono for our open mic hour right here in the studio.
Yeah, man. Story hapa inapeana in stages. Pole pole tu maze. So 14 days, tumemaliza 14 days. Ukapata, ulikuwa na envelope kwa mkono.
Nilikuwa na envelope.
Na ulikuwa na simu kwa mfuko. Ukasema wacha uunganishe one in one.
Yes.
But you are not ready for the answers.
I was not ready.
So you said you saw the nurses running towards you?
Yes, because after I opened this envelope, I took my phone. It is the word that I saw, cancer. It registered in my head like, this is the end. Like, I don't know any other story. Like, I don't know a success story. Like, I've never like taken time to understand, oh, people can go through this. So when I saw it, I knew this is it. Ivy, we are closing your chapter 31. Yeah, you're going to heaven singing with the angels. Like, that's it. So these nurses, I think they saw me at that time. I think they realized there was a problem. They ran towards me. I just felt like I'm being moved somewhere. And then I came back to my senses. And I'm like, what's going on? And this time I'm really different. I'm very angry. I'm like, just give me 2 minutes. So they're like, we have to lock you somewhere. Because the way you are, we won't let you. I'm like, I just need to scream. Please allow me.
Moja safi.
Nataka nipige tu scream moja. And they understood. And they were like, sawa. This is our kitchenette. It's not fully done. Chunga tu usipige nduru masufuria yanguke. Because the other patients. At that point, it didn't matter. Nikaingia. I was to do one. But nikapiga nduru 3 safi. By the time I realized ni ambulance imesimamishwa hapo nje because they thought kidogo kuna mtu anaharakishwa. So that's how the journey started. I had to make peace. These nurses are seated here. They're like, it's not that bad. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, sasa, who do I call? Keep in mind, in Nairobi, I'm only me and my small brother. I'm like, sasa, do I call my brother in Kasarani or do I call my colleagues? At that time, I was working at Westgate and the hospital wasn't so far. I'm like, let me call this friend of mine. So he comes. He came, just looked at me. I think he realized, this I can't deal. He was like, ngoja kidogo narudi. He went back to the office to go tell our boss, we have a situation, we need someone. To cut the story short, I had to process it real quick because this disease does not give you time. There's no time.
All right. You have to act fast.
You have to act. Sasa ninafaa bado ninge huko ndani. And the doctor is like, okay, come. So the doctor is like, we've seen the results. Indeed, it's been confirmed. It's cancer. But we will send you for more tests. Because again, we need to know which type. We need to know what stage. We need to know, is it metastasizing? Like, as it moved, we have to know that. But between now and that time, you take care of yourself. But one thing that the doctor really reassured me is that, Ivy, it's not a matter of life and death. You're okay, yeah? Calm down. Because I think at this time I'm just like, oh my God, I'm dying. I'm leaving this beautiful world behind. I'm leaving my child. Nothing matters anymore. And I think he realized he needed to first deal with my mind even before treatment. And that was very important because he went into it and he's like, Ivy, relax. You got this. And after a few sessions of counseling, I brought myself together, support from my amazing family, shout out to them, support from my friends, colleagues. We started the treatment journey.
I think when we come back, you'll tell us how your friends and family took it, because it's also not very tough for you. Okay, no, the patient bears the brunt.
Yes.
But there's some trauma you feel when someone who you love
Caregiving.
tells you they have this C word.
Yes.
So we hang out with Ivy Rono right here in studio.
Yes.
We'll be back.
This is Radio Generation.
Nairobi, are you ready? September 27th, the Shawarma Festival 2025 takes over Two Rivers Mall. Juicy beef, spicy chicken, bold veggie creations. Your ticket gives you 3 shawarmas plus a full day of music, games, competitions, and safe spaces for healing. This is where flavor meets freedom. Don't miss it.
Get your tickets at madfun.com. Radio Generation 88.8 Nairobi. This is Radio Generation.
And we are back. We hang out with Ivy Rono right here in studio, a breast cancer survivor and an all-around dope individual.
Yeah, man, a beacon of hope.
You guy, Joe.
Hey, mi hii story napenda vile inapeanwa polepole tu. Like my segment vizuri yani. I think you are an amazing storyteller, honestly.
Oh, thank you.
Because I'm like, if me had went through all that, like you're even remembering details. Me, I think my mind would have been yeah. The worst story ever. But I think you're really telling us like the way things were slowly by slowly, and like right now, like naipeleka. From you discovering to now, you said making peace with it, and I think now you're talking about now the people around you finding out, and, and Emmanuel was saying like how they're reacting. So like other than your friend, because you said your friend saw you and called and like who was your first family member you called?
I called my big sister because I was wondering how will I deal with my mom, because that would have broken her. This would have been, I think, the hardest for her to process. So I started with my big sis. I called her and said, this is it. Please don't call me. Inform the rest of the family. Give me time to process. Let's talk again tomorrow. And I thank God for my family because they offered comfort in a very nice way. They understood. So this part, they've now created like a wall to protect me. So then they're discussing their worries within themselves. But let me tell you, the moment you're diagnosed with breast CA, I guess, or any other sort of CA, cancer, there's a grace that God posts to you. Like I think God anasemanga, nani huyo? Ndio kikombe, mwagieni maji please, grace. Unakuwa filled with so much grace. Because from that point going on, you're very different. Your perspective, because everything about life changes that moment. Things that you thought mattered, they don't matter. Now you realize I just need to be alive. You know, friendship that you thought this is it. Friday tumepangana tunaenda dunda mahali. It doesn't matter. What matters is, will I make it tomorrow?
Even grudges and thoughts of enemies.
Imagine they don't. Yani, they just go. Because, you know, we live this life thinking tomorrow is guaranteed. Imagine it's not. Like tomorrow God gives. We don't know. Because you're here, the next thing, then tomorrow, you know. So now the following time I'm seated now with the doctor, we are discussing treatment options. So Dr. Riako, like, now that we are here, these are the treatment options. There's surgery, you must go through chemo, of course, and then there's radiotherapy. And then we will put you on hormonal therapy for about 5 years. Like, what do you mean? Because by that time now, they done tests and they realized mine was hormonal. There are so many different types.
Okay.
Yes. So, because mine was hormonal, I needed to be put on hormonal therapy. But we need to do a surgery. So I went in there. And I thought this surgery was like, we are going in there, we are getting that lump out, and then we are done. Shock of my life. Doctor is like, number one, where the lump is, we might not be able to do that. And then secondly, since you did the last test biopsy, that mass, the tumor that you had, are slightly increased. Meaning the cells are really working so fast. Because the moment you touch a cancer cell, I think they regenerate. They're like, oh, umetukujia. Let me show you how we can do. So if they were 2-2, they now do like in 6-6. Trying to heal that space, the tumor grows. Yes. Yeah. So I started with surgery. I had to go through mastectomy. Yes.
Hold that thought, Ivy. He'll tell us more about that when we come back. We hang out with Ivy Rono. But at least this story has a happy ending.
Yes, it
All right,
does.
all
Yes.
right. So hang around and hear what happened next.
Yes.
But thank you so much for coming and share the story. We're still around with Ivy all the way till 10 o'clock.
Yes.
So don't go anywhere.
This is Radio Generation.
This Saturday, September 27th, the Fortress comes alive. Nairobi United FC, the Naiboy, Kisiangani host NEC FC of Uganda at Nyayo National Stadium. After a thrilling 2-2 draw in Kampala, the decisive battle is here in the heart of Nairobi. Fly your yellow and green high, bring your voice, and join the movement that is changing Kenyan football. Tickets available now at tikiti.co.ke. Nairobi United versus NEC FC. This is more than football. It is a new generation.
Radio Generation 88.8 Nairobi.
And we are back. We hang out with Ivy Rono right here in studio. Naona Alan NK ako hapa anasema gang gang. George Raphael anasema dope and insightful convo. Hashtag the wind down. Kuna comment ingine nilikuwa nimeona hapo imeandikwa deep. But sijui mwenye kuandika ametoroka wapi na hiyo comment. So Ivy, the doctor says we have to do a mastectomy.
Yes.
Had they explained what it entailed?
Yes. We had, because even to make that decision, it's a very difficult decision to make, because mastectomy meant you're letting go of the entire organ. Yani, you're letting go of your breast in that case. And at that time, I'm like, okay, so how will I live this life now? Because nature, a lady must have two boobs. Like,
Yes.
that's how it should be.
Yeah.
And here I'm faced with, we have to either take this one or we take your life. Or this thing takes my life. And there's an analogy that the doctor used that felt easy, because it's like, Ivy, I want you to change your mindset. Don't look at it like I'm taking the part of your body. Look at it this way. I'm taking the part that is sick so that I leave the rest of your body okay. That felt okay. I'm like, okay, so we are getting the bad stuff out, yeah? And it didn't take me a minute to agree to that, but I know people who it's been so hard. And you see, the doctors can't do anything that you've not consented to. You must agree. Because in medicine, it's important that you align your mind, your body, your spirit, you're all in agreement. So I agreed, and in September 2023, I went in at 4 p.m. I went in for a mastectomy. I went in with my two body organs. I came out with one. But I was so grateful that I was alive. Yani, coming back to life meant everything. Because while I was going in it, I was like, what if this is it? What happens to my daughter? You know, like, this is the one thing that I was praying that, Lord, please, I want to be here for her. And I remember a doctor telling me, look around, look at your life, pick one thing that you will purposefully live for. I looked at my parents, they matter, yes. My siblings, I love them, I adore them. But I looked at my daughter, and in her eyes I saw life. And I think God knew why I named her Zoe, because Zoe means life. I was like, you know what, Lord? Okay, hapa tumefika. Let's agree. This is the battle you've given me. I will fight for this young girl. I really want to be here so that I could see her grow. And I thank God for my oncology, my doctor, because he was like, yes, that is what we will live for. You will live to see her finish school, walk down the aisle, and even you walk down the aisle.
Gosh.
I don't know if that matters at that time. Like, it wasn't. But, you know, the doctor needed to kind of shift my mind off this thing and told me, look at it. It's like you have malaria. You have to go through treatment for malaria until you finish, yeah? So even this is just that now the formula for its medicine is a bit tedious and long. But purpose, yeah, to go through this. So I came out of mastectomy very positive, very ready to face it.
Are there any post-surgery depression like feelings?
Let me tell you, you know, it's easy saying it until when really you stand on that mirror and you look at yourself.
Okay.
and you're like, wow, what just happened to me? You know, and that came as a shock, and I was so stressed. And at this time, there's still my family are like, how do we go about it? But I thank God because of the support, which is very important. To anyone listening out there, either as a support giver, as a family, it matters to any cancer patient, because now what happens? Your emotions are all over. You're just angry for no reason. You feel nobody understands, and it is true. It only takes another cancer patient to understand what you're going through. So by the time I'm done with now the surgery, it wasn't as bad as when I walked into chemotherapy.
Okay.
That was something that was hard. And keep in mind, I needed to do 8 at intervals of 3 weeks. And you know, with chemo, there's losing hair, there's losing nails, your skin changes, your tongue changes to black, the palm of your hands,
And
feet.
your nails.
Yeah, your nails, you lose them completely. Your eyes become very pale. Yani, you change how you look, because this treatment that is put through intravenous for your body goes in there and kills all the active cells. So, you know, things like hair, those are active, they grow every day. So they have to kill all those, any cell, so that they allow your body to regenerate afresh. And this is tedious for your body, because your body is like being put on hibernation, but you're still alive. So I went through that, and I think the hardest part was now when I started losing hair, because I was like, so how do I face the world being bald?
Yeah.
And how do I explain to a 5-year-old where my hair went, you know? So I decided this is what I'll do. Take my child, let's go to the barber. When I started, my hair starting to fall, I'm like, let's go to the barber. Because I was trying to help her see it was a decision that I made. You know, when a baby is young, there are things when you don't deal with, they come to deal with it later. Because she might look like she's not really paying attention, but it will keep on, it will be playing in her mind what happened to mom's hair.
Yeah.
So I went to Kinyozi. I'm like, Zoe, this is the decision that mom has made so that I can have better hair like yours. And I shaved. And I'm so grateful that I got that idea. I think I Googled or something, because it became a change for me and for her. Because she'll tell everyone, my mom shaved her hair. You know, at this age, like, she'll tell everyone, my mom has a very, soft head. She doesn't have hair. The friends are like, why? She shaved it. I'm so glad for that. So I went through chemo, and it was so hard they couldn't put through my veins.
Yeah, they were finding the vein.
Yes, because what the veins do, when you're under so much stress, they hide. I didn't know that. So they go beneath the skin.
It's a survival tactic.
Survival tactic. Ndio zisishinde zimedungwa, especially for us. So they go zinaenda chini, and it would be so hard. And for this dawa, they need to go straight, to the main vein. So there's something that they had to do. I had to get something called chemopot. Chemopot is like unadungwa kashimo.
Ka inlet plan.
Ka inlet, wende unajua, hapo kwa collarbone. So that uko na kashimo, hapo tu ndo wanadunga, it goes straight to the main artery. Ingia hivyo izunguke.
So inakaa tu hapo kwa shingo.
Inakaa tu hapo, unachukulia kimo.
Unaenda nayo?
Kitu niko nayo bado, si ni part of the body now.
Uko nayo bado?
Yeah.
Aya.
Yeah.
Bashir hata ongei sasa. So we're going to go to the top of the hour, Ivy.
Yes.
Give you some time kunywe maji nini.
Yes.
Upunge hewa.
Yeah.
Upunge hewa.
Practicing my Kiswahili, you guys.
Kana swali mdoe.
So we hang out with Ivy right here in the studio. Pato Nyango says today is deep stuff. Saying of the day as attentive as Bashir. Even the amesema. Bashir was no wonder you got an A, you guys. Was your attention is at 100. I've never seen you this quiet and attentive. Normally I'm throwing weird comments. You guys, you need to change, you guys. Ukue every daily, you guys. From today. We're gonna get to the top of the hour. Don't touch that dial. We'll be back.
It's 9 o'clock.
Radio
Radio Generation, the home of urban soul. Clocked out and stressed out? Yeah. Join the wind down for unfiltered conversations and a dash of light banter blend to give you a reset after a long day.
That's what it is.